Yo, what is cracking, guys? I'm TriVoxel, and in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you one of my favorite things actually out there on the market. It's called Raspberry Pi, man. This shit is real, man. It's legit. Like, I've been using a Raspberry Pi for like several months, man, and it's just so fucking insane. Like, you would not realize, you wouldn't like think that it would be, but dude, this stuff is like so freaking cool. Like, man, I've been editing a video, actually. This video is gonna be edited on Raspberry Pi. I played Super Mario 64, and that's like one of the most difficult games to emulate. Like, all of this freaking power, like, man, it's so crazy. If I wanted to, I could literally, you know? So, like, yeah, before we even get to the video today, guys, make sure you like, smash subscribe, and then smash that bell notification, man. It's so cool, man. It like lets you see my stuff when it comes out. Anyways, like, subscribe. If you are into TriVoxel stuff, man, check out the website. We have my logo all over that thing. Like, my website, the logo is everywhere. So make sure you check that out. And we might be getting a sponsorship soon. Yeah, okay, so here's my Raspberry Pi, the Model 4B, kind of neat. So I've got dual HDMI cables. This screen right here is my coding screen, so I just kind of slap stuff up there. And over here is my ultra-wide monitor. Here's a browser. Damn. Actually the Firefox Quantum, so it's an up-to-date version of Firefox. I've got a bunch of tabs and shit open. That's kind of cool. Here's the video. That's kind of neat. Wow, damn. Even 1080p or 720p is working fine. So yeah, this is kind of just showing that even that's working. It's like a 30 FPS video. Damn, that's nice. So yeah, and over here I've got actually a song I'm working on right now. Oops, I'm moving the wrong part around. So this is just some music I'm working on. You can't hear it because I'm playing out of my headphones. Yeah, no, as you can see though, it's like a full KDE install. And this is actually running off of my Raspberry Pi right here too. And it's what I'm doing actually right now. Firmware. Okay, cool. By the way, I edited a video on one of these, and I didn't even overclock it, but it was editing video pretty damn well. So I had to enable a couple. As you can see, I overclocked my GPU to 800 megahertz, so that's up from 400. That's literally double the the stock speed. I'm drawing, I did over voltage 6, so it's drawing a lot more power, and arm frequency 2000. So that's 2 gigahertz compared to the almost half a megahertz, or half a megahertz, sorta. That's, yeah, and then gigahertz, pretty good. Yeah, so I've actually, as you can see, I've got some CPU stuff up here. But yeah, basically I've just been working on editing videos, and as you can see, I've got like just loads of shit, and this is all, again, this is all running on the thing, but small enough to fit in my fucking wallet, right? It's just, dude, let's just look at that. I think I might just wrap this thing up into a nice little bundle, and then release it as like a standalone distribution. I mean, it looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, like, look at that. You got the little dock down here. One thing I want to point out is that the reason that KDE is running so well, like, look at this, like, I click on that, bam, I instantly got like a menu up there. The reason why KDE is running so well is I had to disable compositing. So right now the GPU is really shitty in these Raspberry Pis, so I'm not really going to be able to get good compositing rendering. But outside of compositing, like, you know, if you're doing just normal standard programs like this, it runs really well. By the way, don't even try to enable blur effect. I know I tried, like, you know, making this thing look like a Mac just for the hell of it. Definitely does not handle blur very well. Your desktop will be running at like 4 FPS, but look at how responsive and snappy this is. Like this is just, there's no lag when I move this around. And that might not show in the video, but like in real life, the instant I move my mouse around, the window moves around with it. It's so cool. It supports up to, let's take a gander over here. It supports up to 75 hertz actually. I don't know why I don't have it on that, but yeah, check it. This is so cool. So it actually supports 75 hertz. Look at that. It's just so amazing. And this is all just running on this little quad-core Raspberry Pi, which is just nuts. I think just nuts. So look at this. I've got literally the whole KDE Discover sort of deal going on here. I live in the middle of nowhere. I have really crappy internet. But yeah, no, this thing is crazy impressive. It almost outperforms my Intel-based computer. So yeah, I'll switch over to it right now actually. And speed switch. Like here I am on Proton database, and just look at the like I'm trying to scroll, man, and it's just like, you saw on the Raspberry Pi, it was doing just fine. But man, like performance is so hit or miss. Yeah, so this one's actually got 12 gigs of RAM. Yeah, as you can see, 3.2 gigahertz right there. So this one should be better in theory. But again, CPU performance really is a lot better on the Raspberry Pi, which I'm surprised to say. I'm actually genuinely surprised to say that, but I've run into this issue on my laptop, and I mean, the cooling, I got cooling on this thing too, on my Raspberry Pi, but the cooling on that is literally just like a tiny little itty bitty fan blowing on a heatsink, whereas my laptop's got like a proper thing. Raspberry Pi was overheating, so I just filled up this bag full of ice and water, and I'm holding it on the CPU heatsink, and it's actually working. So it's really, I don't know, I think that ARM is kind of the future of the future. Honestly, it might be completely viable for like graphic designers and stuff, like people who aren't doing super serious stuff, but like video playback and stuff could be so good, it could actually probably outdo my Intel at that point. And look at how small this thing is. Like, it's just crazy. We'll watch Faded. We'll add to the 2.8 billion views. I'm not a huge Alan Walker fan, I was just having to listen to it. So this is right now defaulting to 480p. Let's go ahead and crank that up to 720p. And honestly, I'm having issues with it. Now look at that, it's freezing. Okay, that didn't happen on the Raspberry Pi, and it hasn't happened. This is 1080p. You saw how many apps was running on my Raspberry Pi, right? Look at this. All I've got a terminal browser with 2 tabs. Okay, and I've got like this, that doesn't even count for performance. It's not doing anything. Okay, I guess I got a file browser. Maybe that's, you know, this is really what's killing. But yeah, no, look at that. It's frozen. My video's frozen. So actually, this is gonna sound nuts, but for now, until I build my really crazy powerful computer, I'm actually using this as a daily driver. Like, I'm doing it for all my photo, video, editing, audio production, just all of it. I'm doing off of this, you know, like my social media, like Discord and stuff. I'm just doing it all from there. Now, I guess what I lose out on when I do that is I lose out on maybe like gaming, but I installed a couple of games of varying levels of complexity, and even Among Us, and I know this is Linux and it's like doing Proton and stuff, but like Among Us, man, that game was running so poorly I couldn't even get through the menu, and it's gold on Proton. So here we are again on Ubuntu. Cool. So yeah, as you can see, GPU is a little bit worse. So it's less smooth on doing this. You know, like I will admit it was better on the other one, but I think that also you can't disable compositing, and I could be wrong. I stand to be corrected, but I don't think you can disable compositing in GNOME. But let's just go ahead and try to watch that same video again, and let's see if it seizes up like my other Ubuntu desktop with GNOME.